Hey y'all. Well, good Saturday afternoon, I guess it is. A little cloudy today. We got some rain coming. I didn't plant this evening for that very reason. I'm tired of the washouts. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I hope we didn't. But y'all ever just get hit smack in the face with something that maybe you've done, or maybe behaviors that you do, and might be doing the most mundane of tasks, and it just hits you like a ton of bricks? Well, that happened to me today. I come out to the garden with this old tiller, getting the furrows done, and I planted some cayenne peppers that I grew from seed here a few weeks ago, and full of weeds. I mean, just overtaking them. My first thought was just to plow down that row and maybe dig up the plants, set them to the side. It'd be just quicker and easier. But running ruckshod down that aisle of plants would have probably had a pretty poor result. If nothing else, they really put them things into shock, and they may never recovered. I'd have been right, but what about the plant? It reminded me of some things at work, especially with all this hysteria going on and everybody's on edge and we're having to follow a certain protocol, and sometimes we don't know what somebody's going through, and we might be dead right and kind of snapping at them a little bit about the rules or how to conduct business or what they should or shouldn't be doing or what we think is essential, if you would. And we run down it like a plow. We're right. We've got the law on our side. We've got safety on our side. But at the end of the day, you've injured that plant pretty hard. Now, I'll tell you this. It takes a little tending to, so I got the hoe out, more of a scalpel. These are cayenne peppers, and when they get big and strong and do what nature and God created them to do, they're going to make a pretty firecracker pepper that'll give a lot of savor to a dish if I'll just let them grow and not run over them, right? Yeah, funny how we course correct like that. Easter's going to be different this year for a lot of us, and I was filling up some rainwater a while ago and had a guest coming by. Maybe he's going to give me a little fill up since can't really attend church right now, and we got to stay 6 foot apart now.
Yeah.
We'll try. It's on video. Y'all, this is my assistant pastor from Homer, Greater Love Tabernacle, Gentry Wilkerson. Good friend. He's just a year younger than I am, or so.
Yeah, something around there.
Something around there. No, he does our Sunday school. If y'all watch any of the live streams, does our Sunday school, a lot of preaching, and I guess you've been in a ministerial role for a couple of decades now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But I get a lot of my good stories that we share here from him on Sunday morning.
I get all my plant advice from you. So
well, I'm sorry.
I'm not a.
I don't know if that's a fair trade.
I'm not a horticulturist. I'm a hortiterrorist.
Horticulturist. But no, with Easter being different, and a lot of folks on here experiencing some distance from the physical church house. And I know we're having services in the morning virtually and then in the parking lot. Of course, I'm having to stay in the county. But for those in the Angelina County area, of course, they're following the rules of 6 feet apart on the cars and all of that good stuff.
Right.
But life's got to go on.
That's it.
And we've got to have hope and faith to get through it. I want to show you a couple of things as we walk. We joked as this thing gets along, it may not be as much of a joke. This may end up being the church garden, huh?
That's right.
We can't get groceries. But
that's what they did in the early church anyway. They shared things and passed things back and forth, helped those that needed it.
Shoot, that's what we always did. It wasn't even, it was aside from even church. It was just, that's how the culture was built.
That's right.
Funny how things will happen, and whether intended or not, of course, we know God's in control, but he'll use it to teach us a little life lesson along the way.
Yes, sir.
Kind of like them old cayenne peppers.
That's it. That's it.
So don't be a tiller.
Right. There's a lot of things like that you just pay attention to. God will speak to you and show you things out of everyday, ordinary things.
Yeah. A lot of folks are in a different position right now, and some of them lost their job and a little bit more contrite and alone, even separated from their friends and relatives in nursing homes.
Right.
I know you've got some thoughts on that, being from that background of doing some nursing home ministry.
Yes, that's what I started teaching Sunday school, and then I got into nursing home ministry for several years, and then I was a youth pastor for a long time, and now I'm associate pastor. So yeah, I've run the gambit, so to speak. Did all kinds of ministry, and there's I got to thinking kind of what you were saying earlier about jumping to try to straighten things out. I was just thinking earlier today about there's a lot of voices in our world. I think Paul said it in, I believe it was First Corinthians 14, somewhere in there. There's a lot of voices in our world, and
well, that's the truth.
He said any kind of instrument, pipe, harp, if it gives an uncertain sound, you don't understand what's being played, what's being sounded. Kind of reminds me of a trumpet sound charge.
Yeah.
If you don't sound it right, they don't know what soldiers don't know what to do.
Right.
I think it's kind of what Paul was saying. You got to have a certain sound, and there's so many voices that, especially in this time that we live in, everybody's wanting to kind of like, remember elementary school.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to answer the question.
Oh yeah.
What's the letter after M?
Yeah.
Oh, pick me.
Yeah.
Johnny, what is it? 7? No, Johnny, it's not 7. But even if they don't have the right answer, they just want to say something.
That's right.
Everybody wants to say something, and they're quick to jump to conclusions.
Well, you're not talking about me, are you?
No. But there's a lot of conspiracy theories, and some people trying to make things what they're not. And they want to have something to say. And it's kind of like that story in is it 1st or 2nd Samuel about what was his name, Ahimaaz or something. Can't remember his name, but King David's son had died, and he wanted to tell the king about it. And they said, well, you don't even know the full story. He said, well, I still want to run. Well, they sent another messenger on ahead of him, and he said, well, let me go too. They said, you don't have a message. He said, well, I still want to run. I still want to go. And so he took off running and passed the first messenger, and got to King David. And David said, what's the news? Well, the battle's won. What about my son? Well, I don't know. I saw a tumultuous, crowd. There was a crowd. There was some talk there, but I don't know what was going on. So David said, "You step to the side, and here comes the original messenger, and delivered the message about
the one with the message."
Right, the one with the message delivered the news about the king's son. And there's a lot of people in our world today that they're like that guy. I just want to say something. I don't have the message. I don't have the right message. I don't know the full story. I saw this. I heard that. You're hearing a lot of that right now.
Right.
Did you hear this? Did you hear that? Did you see where this happened?
Yeah.
You hear a lot of that right now, and we need a certain sound. We need a sure sound. And
we need to test that sound.
That's right. You can test it against the Word of God and hear, listen for the voice of God. Make sure all that's balanced out.
Yeah.
Don't jump to conclusions.
It usually don't sound like a rooster, does it?
No, don't.
There's plenty of those out here, ain't there?
Yeah. Funny story. Back when I was younger, my grandfather, when he was still alive, came out helping with the chickens and stuff we had, and he would always get tickled when he'd talk about it. But he said he was certain that somebody was asking for help. Help me, help me. And he got to listening, kind of walking around the hen yard there, and finally figured out it was one of those chickens. And said it sounded just like he was saying, "Help me."
Really?
And yeah, but you can hear all kinds of stuff,
Yeah.
But I think our world is crying for help.
I'm gonna tell one on your dad. I got all them tomatoes planted over there, and he called me after church. It's been a month or two ago. He said, "I need to talk to you, son." I'm like, "Yes, sir." He said, "I want to take out a contract on some of them tomatoes this year." I said, "Brother, you don't need to take out a contract." He said, "I've got salsa on my mind."
Oh man, he loves chips and salsa.
So maybe if they'll make, if Sissy will quit rolling around in it. She'll do that. She'll get out there and just dig for no reason, and that will stop real quick. Did you see her perk up just in at that rooster sound?
Yeah.
So that rooster made an alarm sound. She knows the message, and she's looking to see what's going on.
Yeah. What's the danger?
Yeah. probably a hawk. But now they'll make different sounds, but there's only one that she knows,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just a certain tone.
That's it.
But anyway, she'll roll around there and tear up a few plants, but I start to get angry sometimes, and then I'm like, no, I got enough plants out there that she can wallow all she wants for the amount of predators she's keeping out of that garden. So I bet you a deer won't even come within 100 feet of that place. She'll be on it. Well, if they do, I guess we'll have venison. Might have a few dog marks in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is the first time you've been out here, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, it's a nice place.
Yeah,
Done a lot of work out here, hadn't you?
I have. There's been a lot of work before me done here. So
Well, we build on what those before us do. So
that's right.
that's why it's so important for us to build and try to better where we're at.
Yeah.
So the generations after us can have something more to build on.
That's right. They raised a family of 6 over there in that house, Gentry, and they was devout Christians. That's how I was raised. In one bathroom with 3 women on Sunday morning.
My goodness.
I bet you Easter was a wreck.
I've got 3 daughters and a wife and 2 bathrooms, and it still doesn't work very good.
I'll have to say this. I don't know where it's coming from because Jordan and I neither one wear it. Hadn't smelled it in a while, but after Mom passed, of course she grew up here. Just one of them cool things, nothing spooky about it. But and it even happened before she passed. I'd walk back to that bathroom in the morning, get ready for work, and I'd catch a scent in the air of white rain. Remember that old cheap hairspray?
Right, yeah.
And I'd stop. I'm like, wait a minute. Where's Mom?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there's been many a hairspray sprayed in that bath. It's probably lacquered the walls. That's probably why it's still saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our house would get to smelling like youth camp dorm rooms. I used to work in youth camps and stuff. We'd go in and set up the beds and clean up and what have you, after the kids. And that girl's dorm room, it smells so strong of hairspray.
Yeah.
And my house gets to smell like that sometimes.
Yeah. Well, if you had to, it's kind of hard to sum it up because it's kind of situational, but I think the word's big enough. Got a lot of folks out there alone. Some of them scared. Some of them just in a life change, don't know where to turn. They tired of the religion stuff they see around because I guess you can get hold up in that. But I think God supersedes that religion. What do you think you'd say to somebody hurt this evening?
Just hang in there. Listen for the voice of God. And, yeah. Chicken's hollering out.
Yeah.
Don't be quick to listen to the negative voices. Listen to the positive voices. You ever heard a panther holler?
I have.
Sounds like a woman hollering.
I have. In fact, I said that on that video. I'll tell that story later. Yes, I have on this place, in fact.
One of our first house, we lived in a rent house. It was right across from a pasture, and I remember standing outside the house one night, and I heard what sounded like a woman crying for, like she's in trouble or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, man, I might need to go out there and, see check on whoever that is, or that might be. And then I got to remembering that somebody had told me that a panther sounds like a woman hollering.
Oh, boy, good thing
and
you
I
did go
said,
out there.
Well, sometimes we're quick to hear something and we're drawn to it, and it's
we want to do something.
We want to help. We want to help, and that's good. But if we're not careful, it'll be something dangerous for us.
That's right.
So don't be quick to listen to all the negative voices, and try to stay positive and listen for the voice of God.
Yeah. Well, a lot of folks out there that are being the light in their own small ways and trying to make a positive difference around them, and I'm highly blessed to know a lot of y'all out there. We're going to do a little roll call, and if y'all got any questions or just want to say howdy, go ahead. There may be somebody in France watching.
Wow.
They might be stuck on
Parlez-vous français.
Parlez-vous français. Let's see who all's on here this evening. Scroll back up. That's why I don't read it because there ain't no way to keep up.
Right.
All right, y'all. There's my good buddy Chris out Louisiana way. I'm sure you're quarantined. Let's see who else is on here. There's Miss Linda up Tennessee way. Joanne's checking in. Catching me live for a change. That's right. Praying for our country and our businesses. That's a good thing. Pray for those alone, too, in the nursing homes and suffering in hospitals by themselves outside of the virus. Hey, Angela, how are you? DR and Miss Debbie saying howdy, and may your family be blessed and enjoy tomorrow's glorious day. Well, we'll sure do that. Thank you. Hey, Maria, how are you out in California?
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to be in California right now.
No, we're good here in Texas.
Yeah. Shoot, I can't even get out of the county, much less California. Hey, there he is, Dominique Perrier from France. There we go.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, so that's probably about 5 minutes ago. He heard our little parlez-vous, or
Oh, okay.
what did we say?
I took 2 years of French in high school.
Oh,
I might remember a little bit of it.
Yeah. French fries?
Yeah.
Yeah.
French fries.
That's right. No, those were invented in Greece.
Well, yeah.
Wait,
That's where they came from anyway.
they came from Greece.
Yeah, they all come from Greece.
Never mind, I'm sorry.
We got jokes, folks.
Happy Easter from Trinity, Texas. There's my Aunt Pat up in Pennsylvania, up in Amish country. I guess if things get bad up there, they're in a good place, ain't they?
I guess so, yeah.
There's Maria saying hello, Pastor. And Miss Linda checking in. There's Dorothy Dean. There's Dorothy saying, hey, Brother Wilkerson.
Howdy, howdy.
There's Helen saying happy Easter. Patricia, have a great Easter. There's Brian, let's see. There's Manuel Rodriguez.
Hey, Brother Rodriguez.
Had everything
Carolyn,
coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's Sandra saying howdy. And my Aunt Sharon. Boy, they just had a scare, thank goodness, that Uncle Bird was home.
I heard about that. He's doing all right.
Yeah, he's doing good. Yeah. He's ornery. Love that man. Patty Bridges, oh, he's trying to tag folks. All right, there's Mike from Northern California. Andrew, man, I can't ever say, he didn't type, I think it's Interlochen, Florida. I think that's how you say it.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's see who else is on here. There's Cheryl, Deborah, Linda, Jana, or Jean. Hey, y'all, if you don't have a church home, I'm sure you'll enjoy the message more. I'm trying to get him into the technology world.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not. Oh, I didn't touch him. Here.
No.
Yeah, that's great. Just blow. But so they do the live services.
Yes, sir.
And
At Greater Love, Texas.
Greater Love. Oh, at Greater Love, Texas.
is our
See, look at
Facebook.
there. Yeah, there's Facebook. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But they got he was proud. He called me. He's got an FM transmitter now.
We did. And we've got it on loan for now until the one we ordered comes in.
Yeah.
So we're going to be on the radio. Look, Mom, on the radio.
Yeah, for at least a mile.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that. About half a mile, maybe.
Well, they're having to adapt, obviously, as most churches are around the country, to the distancing thing. So
Yeah.
for those that don't have the Facebook, which we have so many that attend that don't have it, they can tune into the radio while they're there in the parking lot. So,
Worried about the rain.
oh, the rain
tomorrow,
too.
right, chance of rain tomorrow. So we're trying to get it where they can leave their windows up and
Yeah.
still here. So
Yeah. Well, I can promise you one thing. God's not in quarantine.
that's right. That's right. Somebody sent me something today. They said they saw God in Texas. They said, God, what are you doing here in Texas? He said, I'm working from home.
Working from home. That's pretty good. Well, that is a good one.
Yeah.
Working from home. All right. There's Linda saying howdy. Let's see if I got everybody. Peggy saying hi. Miss Stacy. There's my cousin Jana. Karen's checking in. Charlotte and Trinity. Miss Misty up in Texarkana. Gloria and Bryan, Texas. Kenneth saying howdy. And Applebee's checking in. So what time services start in the morning?
10 o'clock with Sunday school. I'll be teaching a Sunday school lesson, and then 11 o'clock we'll start a worship service.
Okay.
And having a good time. Just
Well,
worshiping the Lord.
Won't be able to get over that way. We'll watch it online. But I'm going to host an egg hunt here tomorrow afternoon.
All right.
Nothing to do with Easter. It happens every day.
Yeah,
No.
right. Okay, okay.
I was on one. I wouldn't.
Let me know when you have that bean hunt and tomato hunt.
The bean hunt. Yeah, that comes later. Speaking of which, y'all probably need to take some eggs back today, don't you?
Oh, I don't know. Dad
Huh?
keeps me pretty
Oh,
close
that's
to
right.
the
Your dad has chickens.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have tomatoes.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't. Not yet.
See, I got a little contract. Since God's working from home here in Texas, I asked him, with everything being on hiatus, I didn't have time to color the eggs, so he went ahead and made me a couple of blue eggs.
There
today.
you go. Wow.
Yeah, see? Don't even have
God's awesome.
Yeah, and then there's these speckled brown ones. I'm not going to tell you what the speckle is.
Yeah, you might want to sanitize your hands.
I saw that coronavirus here the other day. It's right back in that corner crying. It put itself in quarantine.
Quarantined itself.
With all them chickens. Yeah, we make light of it. It's a serious situation, but we've got to choose joy, y'all. And we have to continue to have faith and hope. That's the second great truck I've had in this driveway today.
Really?
gray Chevy. Yeah, the first one was dead.
Oh,
How about that? I got a double dose of goodness today, I guess. How about that? When you gonna come help me plant or dig taters?
You let me know.
Yeah. I'm thinking we might need to have a youth out and to teach them how to weed a garden.
There you go. That'd be a good class.
Yeah.
A good class.
Yeah.
We'll get one tater if you dig all these.
Get one tater. Yeah. Anyway, well, maybe we'll be selling corn on the side of the road if we're out of sequestration there in Huntington. That might be a good little youth fundraiser, wouldn't it?
It will.
Yeah. Well, brother, I'm gonna let you get back to the other side of the promised land, across the river.
All right.
And we'll be joining you in the morning. But y'all choose to celebrate somewhere tomorrow. It's not about church. It's about that personal walk and our celebration of a risen Savior.
That's right.
And, it's gonna be all right. Yeah.
Yes.
It's this whole world's been turning long before this virus came around. It'll turn long after.
That's right. It's not over till God says it's
That's
over.
right. That's right. Y'all be the light. Have a good evening, and I guess we'll check in with you later.
Happy Easter, everybody.